I changed my wife. Ignorant bastards happen. Like fuck the rap shit. It's just another hustle. Another way for niggas to touch you. Now they know the face of beans. Now they see my face on strings. And I ain't even chase this dream. I feel sorry for those who did. Y'all niggas can't stop the war. Whether rock or roll, I'm slinging coke and a rock below. You niggas know what block I'm on. Block and ball. You wanna get shot, karate chop, Lord stab this all. Nigga, motherfucker. Every time I step in the booth, I speak the truth. Y'all know what I'm bringing to you. I bring the truth. Motherfuckers know who I be. I be the truth. When I speak, sell, set you free. Nigga, the truth. Every time I step in the booth, I speak the truth. Y'all know what I'm bringing to you. I bring the truth. Motherfuckers know who I be. I be the truth. When I speak, sell, set you free. Black Friday management and rocks the label. And I still use shots to say that bullshit best to say you. I had a doctor open you up from chest to navel. You see my face on
about to destroy the retards.
I'm
sure this. Go on Facebook, tell everybody on Facebook we live.
You got to see what I've seen, look where I look, touch what I reach, take what I took. You got to go where I'm going, walk where I walk, to get where I'm at, to speak what I talk. You got to lay where I laid, stay where I stayed, play where I played, to make what I made. You got to move what I move, use what I use tools how I use fools how I use. Nigga, the truth. Every time I step in the booth,
I speak the truth.
Y'all know what I'm bringing to you.
I bring the truth.
Motherfuckers know who I be. I be the truth. When I speak, sell, set you free. Nigga, the truth. Every time I step in the booth,
I speak the truth.
Y'all know what I'm bringing to you.
I bring the truth.
Motherfuckers know who I be. I be the truth. When I speak, sell, set you free. Nigga, the truth.
Yeah. I bring the truth. Play these fucking games with you. Hey, and welcome again to another show. You are now on a Tony Smith InstaRant here on Instagram. I want to thank everybody for listening in. Peter Piper said I'm barred off Facebook. I just got out of Facebook jail yesterday, so we in the same boat. But there's some people on Facebook who I would like to come on here. I'm going to try to get them to come on here. But I would like them to come on because people is talking shit, talking about some Jesus, the story of Jesus. Peter Piper said, that's why they barred me for telling the truth. I know. I already know, man. But what I'm doing, whether you believe the Bible or not, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you do, if you don't. But when people are trying to talk shit about the Bible, talking about some Horus was before Jesus, and the story of Horus is exactly the story of Jesus, so the Bible got the story of Horus, or the story of Jesus from Horus. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking idiots. Guess what? None of that shit, none of it is accurate. None of it is fucking on timeline basis, the years, none of it all don't match up. It's a bunch of bullshit. And what it is some motherfuckers set this shit up. Like, this became a movement in the 1800s, and then it eventually died out. But people on the internet brought that shit and resurrected that fucking bullshit, and I'm about to kill it. So that's why I came on, because people trying to tell me Horus was before Jesus. Nigga, do you know who the fuck created the earth? You obviously don't know who created the earth. So you think Horus was here before Jesus. And I'm going to show you Jesus was here from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm about to try to get these Facebook people, because it was on Facebook. They was talking the shit. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Sister Kim Oh, no, that was Holly Dyke. Holly Dyke said I was live. Thanks, Holly Dyke. All right, so let me let these people know we live. All right, we live. And then I'm going to let another little group know we live. Look, I got a lot of fucking retards in my inbox that I'm going to address after this show and let them know how fucking stupid they is. That just pissed me off when I seen that. But I'm going to get them. Because that's what I do. I kill lies. That's my job. That's what I do. I murder lies. I murder lies. Right? Alright, so I did that, sent that out. Alright, we were good. Alright, now, I want y'all to check out this video. And I want you to see. This is their doctrine. This is what they believe. So I want you to see what they believe. And then I'm going to destroy it. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what they believe. Then I'm going to kill it. And then if anybody bring it to you, give them this rant. So let's do this.
This is the sun. As far back as 10,000 BC, history is abundant with carvings and writings reflecting people's respect and adoration for this object. And it is simple to understand why, as every morning the sun would rise in vision, warmth, and security, saving man from the cold, blind, predator-filled darkness of night. Without it, the cultures understood the crops would not grow and life on the planet would not survive. These realities made the sun the most adored object of all time. Likewise, they were also very aware of stars. The tracking of the stars allowed them to recognize and anticipate events which occurred over long periods of time, such as eclipses and full moons. They in turn cataloged celestial groups into what we know today as constellations. This is the cross of the zodiac, one of the oldest conceptual images in human history. It reflects the sun as it figuratively passes through the 12 major constellations over the course of a year. It also reflects the 12 months of the year, the 4 seasons, and the solstices and equinoxes. The term zodiac relates to the fact that constellations were anthropomorphized, or personified, as figures or animals. In other words, the early civilizations did not just follow the sun and stars, they personified them with elaborate myths involving their movements and relationships. The sun, with its life-giving and saving qualities, was personified as a representative of the unseen creator or God, God's Son, the light of the world, the savior of humankind. Likewise, the 12 constellations represented places of travel for God's Son, and were identified by names usually representing elements of nature that happened during that period of time. For example, Aquarius, the water bearer, who brings the spring rains. This is Horus. He is the sun god of Egypt of around 3000 BC. He is the sun anthropomorphized, and his life is a series of allegorical myths involving the sun's movement in the sky. From the ancient hieroglyphics in Egypt, we know much about the solar messiah. For instance, Horus, being the sun or the light, had an enemy known as Set, and Set was the personification of the darkness or night. And, metaphorically speaking, every morning Horus would win the battle against Set, while in the evening Set would conquer Horus and send him into the underworld. It is important to note that dark versus light, or good versus evil, is one of the most ubiquitous mythological dualities ever known, and is still expressed on many levels to this day. Broadly speaking, the story of Horus is as follows. Horus was born on December 25th of the Virgin Isis Mary. His birth was accompanied by a star in the east, and upon his birth he was adored by 3 kings. At the age of 12, he was a prodigal child teacher. At the age of 30, he was baptized by a figure known as Anup, and thus began his ministry.
I'm going to show you that this December 25th born of a virgin shit is bullshit on 2 levels. 2 levels I'm going to show you is bullshit. On 1 level, I'm going to show you that Horus in 3000 BC was not on no December. It wasn't no December. This is the Gregorian calendar, December 25th. You know what I'm saying? So for them to say that he born on December 25th is a farce because there was no December 25th. You know what I'm saying? So that is a more modern thought process, talking about some December 25th. And I'm going to eventually show you that he was not born of a virgin. Osirus was not a virgin. And I'm going to show you that. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible does not say anything about 3 kings. It only says it only says wise men. It doesn't even say 3 wise men. You know what I'm saying? So this is a bunch of bullshit that somebody set up. And motherfuckers who got knowledge is pushing this shit, yo. So fuck off with your idiocy.
History. Horus had 12 disciples he traveled about with, performing miracles such as healing the sick and walking on water. Horus was known by many gestural names such as the Truth, the Light, God's Anointed Son, the Good Shepherd, the Lamb of God, and many others.
All this shit is a fucking lie, and I'm gonna show you, because the actual doctrine of Horus does not fucking match what they saying that this is. This is something that came from the 1800s, not in the BC times. This is not Horus's actual doctrine. This is some shit somebody made up in the 1800s. And you dumb motherfuckers ain't even looking at the actual situation with Horus. You ain't even looking, you ain't going to the actual pagan belief of Horus. When you go to the actual pagan belief of Horus, it says nothing about no Lamb of God and none of that. But you talking shit.
Others. After being betrayed by Typhon, Horus was crucified, buried for 3 days, and thus resurrected. These attributes of Horus, whether original or not, seem to permeate in many cultures of the world.
Do you hear what he said? Whether original or not. All it is to fucking get you to fucking go somewhere else and pay this motherfucker some money for giving you this information.
World, for many other gods are found to have the same general mythological structure. Attis of Phrygia, born of the Virgin Nana on December 25th.
This is a lie. All this is not true. 1200 BC, you look up that god, none of this is true. Look up this god, none of this is true. Look up this god, none of this is true. Why do you motherfuckers who want to push this shit don't actually look up the doctrine of this god, you fucking idiot?
Crucified, and after 3 days was resurrected. Krishna of India, born of the...
Again, 900 BC, this is not true. Look up this god, this is not true. Look up this god, this is not true.
Virgin Devaki, with the star in the east signaling his coming. He performed miracles with his disciples, and upon his death was resurrected. Dionysius of Greece, born of a virgin on December 25th, was a traveling teacher who performed miracles such as...
Again, Dionysius, if you look up that god directly, born of a virgin, no, December 25th, no. 500 BC, you look up this fucking god, no, it don't match. This is somebody that set this shit up in the 1800s, I'm gonna show you.
Stirring water into wine. He was referred to as the King of Kings, the Alpha and Omega, and many others. And upon his death,
That's a lie.
he was resurrected.
That's a lie.
Mithra of Persia, born of a virgin on December 25th.
Nope.
He had 12 disciples and performed miracles, and upon his death was buried for 3 days and thus resurrected. He was also referred to as the Truth, the Light, and many others.
Nope. All that's a lie. Look up the God directly. You want to talk shit about a God? Look up the God, you fucking idiots. Don't be listening to somebody tell you something. Look the God up. I looked up the God. Guess what? None of that shit match.
Others. Interestingly, the sacred day of worship of Mithra was Sunday. fact of the matter is, there are numerous saviors from different periods from all over the world which subscribe to these general characteristics. The question remains, why these attributes? Why the virgin birth on December 25th? Why dead for 3 days in the inevitable resurrection? Why 12 disciples or followers? To find out, let's examine the most recent of the solar messiahs. Jesus Christ was born of the Virgin Mary on December 25th in Bethlehem.
That's a lie. Jesus Christ was not born on December 25th.
His birth was announced by a star in the east, which 3 kings or magi followed to locate
It wasn't no 3 kings.
and adore the new Savior. He was a child teacher at 12, and at the age of 30, he was baptized by John the Baptist, and thus began his ministry. Jesus had 12 disciples, which he traveled about with, performing miracles such as healing the sick, walking on water, raising the dead. He was also known as the King of Kings, the Son of God, the Light of the world, the Alpha and Omega, the Lamb of God, and many, many others. After being betrayed by his 30 pieces of silver, he was crucified, placed in the tomb, and after 3 days was resurrected.
3 days and 3 nights. Wasn't just 3 days, it was 3 days and 3 nights. But the Catholic Church says that the motherfucker was in the grave died Good Friday evening and rose Easter Sunday. So this is just more bullshit, and you stupid motherfuckers listen to it.
Ascended into heaven. First of all,
Born of a virgin, true. Born on December 25th, nope. Star in the east, nope. Disciples, dead for 3 days. See, this shit fake. It's fake. And that ain't even Jesus. That's Caesar Boglia. You know what I'm saying? So you people lack knowledge. You fucking idiots lack knowledge. And I'm about to show you. So let's go to the dates of Jeremiah and Isaiah, because Jeremiah and Isaiah are the ones who, one second, Jesus and the story. So this is the Jeremiah. Here's the thing right here. Look at this. All right, here we go. Now look, this is a map of Jeremiah and them, right? So this is the time period. So Jeremiah, let's look up Jeremiah in the time period, the prophets. You got, okay, there's Isaiah. We're going to deal with Isaiah. Isaiah was from 745 BC to 685 BC. So then you have, where's Jeremiah at? Where are you at? Jeremiah, where are you at? Let's see. Jeremiah. Where the hell is Jeremiah at? Well, anyway, Jeremiah was around the time of Hezekiah. Oh, there he is. 627 to 580 BC. 627 to 580 BC. So here we go. Whoops. Okay, here we go, y'all. Hold up. All right, so now let's go to Jeremiah chapter 23. So we seen that Jeremiah was around 627 to 580 BC. So here's Jeremiah 23, 5 through 7. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 5 through 7. Jeremiah 23, verse 5 through 7. Jeremiah 23. And this doctrine that they set up, this doctrine of this Mithra and all of this was in the 1800s. They are saying that these gods from before the prophets had the same attributes of Jesus, and that is not true. It's not true. And I'm going to show you in the prophets Jesus, and in the New Testament, Jesus, and show you these motherfuckers are liars. So let's go to Jeremiah 23, and we're going to pick it up at verse 5. Jeremiah 23 and 5, and it says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. Remember, David, a righteous branch. And a king, keep that in mind, shall reign and prosper, and shall execute just judgment and justice in the earth. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name, where he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. You know that's Jesus. You know it is. But behold, the days come, saith the Lord, I'll raise unto David a righteous branch. So keep that in mind. So now let's go to Luke chapter 1, verse 26. Luke chapter 1, verse 26. Luke chapter 1, verse 26. Luke chapter 1, verse 26, and it reads, And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto the city of Galilee named Nazareth. So in the 6th month, so according to God's calendar, the first month is March. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September is when Gabriel came to Mary. So September, then October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So in May, June is when Mary conceived, between May and June, not December 25th. And we're going to show you that between May and June is the Passover and the first day of unleavened bread. And this is why Jesus was in a manger. And this is why they couldn't find nobody in an inn, because everybody was in Jerusalem for the Passover. So this is why he had to be born in Nazareth, because it wasn't nowhere for them to be in the city. This is why he was in Nazareth. So verse 28 it says, or verse 27 it says, To a virgin espoused to a man whose name is Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary, right? So, you know, they was talking shit, talking about some, it was born of a virgin. We're going to show you that Isaiah, who was around 745 BC to 685 BC, prophesied of this. You know what I'm saying? So it says, verse 28, And the angel came unto her and said, Hail, thou art highly favored, the Lord is with thee, blessed art thou among women. So that's right there is the virgin birth, or what have you, right? That's the virgin birth. Let's keep reading. It says, And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus. He shall be great. He shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. So let's go. This is Luke. So let's go see. We read that the branch, remember, a king shall prosper, a branch. We just read here that he will be the Son of the Highest. He gonna have the throne of his father David. So he a king, right? Jesus, right? So let's go to Isaiah 9, because Isaiah also prophesied of Jesus. So Isaiah 9 and 6. Isaiah 9 and 6. Isaiah chapter 9 and 6. Isaiah 9 and 6, and it reads, For unto us a child is born. We know who that is. Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, Jesus the Christ. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. Upon the throne of David. Did we not read in Jeremiah that it was a king shall prosper, right? Of the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it, to establish it with justice and with judgment and justice henceforth forever and ever. Did we not just read all that? So when these motherfuckers are talking all this shit, they have never read none of this. So they don't know nothing. And both of them was around in about 800 BC. Between 800 BC and 600 BC, Jeremiah and Isaiah was alive and wrote about Jesus. And you think these gods are older? You know what I'm saying? So let's go to Jeremiah 33. Jeremiah 33, and we're going to pick it up at verse 15. Jeremiah 33, and we're going to pick it up at verse 15. Jeremiah 33 and 15, and it reads, in those days and at that time I will cause the branch, remember we read that in 23, the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. In those days shall Judah be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely. And this is the name whereby she shall be called the Lord our righteousness. I mean, it's the same shit. Right? So let's go to Isaiah 11 and 1 now. Isaiah 11 and 1. Isaiah 11 and 1. Isaiah 11 and 1, and it says, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. Same, has it not the same shit we kept reading over and over? Now let's go to Revelation and show you that this branch, this stem that's going to grow out of Jesse is none other than Jesus. Let's go over to Revelation chapter 22 and 16. Revelation chapter 22 and 16. Revelation 22 and 16, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David and the bright and morning star. The root and the offspring of David is Jesus. And none of you pieces of shit who talking about Horus and the name and Jesus is the same shit, none of you motherfuckers read none of this. And you got the nerve to push that. Go fuck yourself. So let's go now to Matthew chapter 1. Matthew 1. Matthew 1. Matthew 1. And y'all so adamant about it. You so think you know too. When you pushing the bullshit, I'll be like, you so fucking stupid. But let's go. Matthew 1 and 18. It says, now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make a public example, was minded to put her away privately because he thought she cheated on him. But remember when we read in Luke that the angel Gabriel came to her in the 6th month and told her that she gonna have a baby? So she pregnant and he think she cheated on her, so he gonna put her away. But look what he does. But look what happens though. Verse 20, but while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord, which is Gabriel, appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. And she shall bring forth the son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophets, saying, behold, the virgin shall conceive, with child, and shall bring forth a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel, which is being interpreted from Hebrew, God with us. Did we not just read all this shit? So all these people talking these Mithra gods, it has nothing to do. And if you look directly up Mithra and all the doctrine of Mithra, it does not match at all. So people is just parroting things without researching. Doing parroting lies without researching and calling it truth. And you are fucking your integrity up by doing that. How the fuck do you claim to have knowledge and you know what I'm saying? I have never done that. I got knowledge and I never parrot shit. When somebody brings something to me, I look that shit up. I don't fucking just listen to them. But with me, I bring you all the facts. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to go look up shit because I already brought it to you. And this is how everybody should be bringing this shit. But don't nobody bring it like that. Everybody just tell you. I'm showing you all my sources. And that's how it's supposed to be. So now, we read that they're going to bring forth the son, call his name Jesus. He going to save his people, right? So let's go to Isaiah 7 now. Let's go to Isaiah 7. We're going to pick it up at 14. Isaiah 7 and 14. And remember, Isaiah and Jeremiah was between 800 BC and 600 BC. Isaiah 7 and 14. Isaiah chapter 7 and 14, it says, Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and his name shall call his name Emmanuel. Isaiah wrote that in, let's see, when was he alive? Let's go look it up again. Isaiah, where you at? Let's see when you was alive, brother. Where you at, Isaiah? We're going to see when you was alive. Isaiah. Let's see, where you at? Shit, I lost the fucking... Hold on. Bear with me. Man, this shit is annoying. 627 to 580 BC. So that's Isaiah. So you see, if you really paid attention, you see. But we're going to keep going, though. We're going to keep going. Let's go to Matthew 2 now. Let's go to Matthew chapter 2. Matthew 2. Matthew 2. Matthew chapter 2. The reason why these people do this is because they don't want no accountability. The reason why people debunk the Bible is because the Bible holds man accountable for their bullshit. And people do not want accountability. So if there is some great accountability that is accurate, then they're like, fuck, I have to be accountable to this. And people don't want accountability. So what do? They go debunk the thing that makes them accountable. That's what the fuck they doing. That's why they saying, oh, the fucking Horus is just like Jesus, you know. That no, look up Horus. Horus didn't do shit Jesus did. But you ain't never read the Bible, so you don't know that, do you? But then you got the nerve to run your motherfucking mouth. Stupid motherfucker. I hate people, and I don't mean to say hate, but it is so annoying when you got so many parrots out there who don't know shit, and they trying to come before you like they got knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas get on my nerves because you fucking up everything. You is fucking up people learning. You is fucking up everything. So now, let's go to Matthew 2. We're going to pick it up at verse 1. We're going to deal with Jesus' birth. Because remember, 3 days. And remember on Jesus' birth, born December 25th. Remember they said all of that was a part of the doctrine? Remember, 3 wise men. I'm going to show you all that shit is bullshit. So, Matthew chapter 2, verse 1, it says, Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men. Did it say 3? And it didn't say kings either, did it? They were not kings. They were wise men, and it wasn't 3. It just said wise men. It could have been 3. It could have been 4. It could have been 10. There came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet. Okay, so let's stop right there. It said it's written by the prophet. So let's go show you the prophet that wrote that he was going to be born in Bethlehem. See, Herod was an Edomite. He ain't know shit about the Bible. If he knew the Bible, he would know why they went to worship Jesus. He would know, but he don't know. So he brought all them. And they was like, because the prophet said he gonna be in Bethlehem of Judea. So let's go look at the prophet who said that. Let's go to Micah chapter 5, verse 2. Micah chapter 5. Hold your place in Matthew chapter 2. We coming back. Let's go to Micah. Micah chapter 5, verse 2. Micah chapter 5, verse 2. See, they kill people like me because I shut down bitches. I shut down fucking liars. I shut down parrots. I shut you motherfuckers down. And you gonna kill me because of it, because you don't like to be shut down. You don't like truth. If you would just fucking tell the truth, you wouldn't have to fucking deal with me. But since you a liar, I gotta shut your bitch ass down. Let's go to Micah chapter 5. Verse 2, Micah 5 and 2. It says, But thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel. Who? What did we just read in Matthew chapter 2? Whose goings forth have been from old, from everlasting. So that's what they was talking about. So let's go back to Matthew chapter 2, verse 5. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet Micah, that we just read, right? Okay, it says, verse 6, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor, shall rule my people Israel. We just read that. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, it wasn't no kings, and it wasn't 3 wise men. It just said wise men. So see, the fucking liars are just using the propaganda that the Catholic Church set up to lie to you about the Bible, you dumb motherfuckers. And I'm not saying for people, you know, if you didn't know this, I'm not coming at you per se. I'm coming and taunting the shitters who push this lie. If you didn't know it and you just learning this, more power to you. But I am taunting the shitters who think this shit is true. So don't think I'm coming at you directly. verse 8, it says, and he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child, because Herod wanted to kill Jesus. So he had the wise men go search for the child, thinking they're going to come back and tell him where he is so he can go kill him. He said, then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men and inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared, he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. He didn't want to come worship him. He wanted him dead. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. You know what that star was? It was a fucking angel. It was Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an actual star in the sky. It was Gabriel. They were saying an angel. So, you know what I'm saying? People don't know nothing. And all they do is listen to the traditions and all the little movies and the little Christmas shows that are all fake. It says, verse 10, when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother. And he was born between May and June is when Jesus was born, not December 25th. I'm going to show you where December 25th came from. So he was born between May and June because of the Passover. Jesus was born around the Passover, not in the middle of fucking winter. It says, and when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh, because they know he is the God of Israel. They know that that's the God, that is Jehovah. These wise men know that this is Jehovah. This is why they worship him. And being warned of God in a dream, that they should not return to Herod. So they had a dream, and they said, don't go back to Herod, because Herod want to kill the kid. They departed into their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord, who is Gabriel, appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and the mother, and flee into Egypt. And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. I told you he wanted to kill him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt have I called my son. This is all about the prophecies. You see what I'm saying? So let's go look at that prophet. Let's go to Hosea chapter 11, verse 1. Hold your place here in Matthew. In chapter 2, we coming back. So go to Hosea chapter 11, verse 1. Hosea 11 and 1. And I don't mean to be aggressive, man. This shit makes me mad that I have to do shit like this. I have to fucking make a Tony Smith InstaRant on dumb shit. That it's so easy to, you know what I'm saying? And I have to do a live on this. So excuse me if I'm annoyed. But Hosea 11 and 1. When Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. Hosea 11 and 1. That is exactly what we read in Matthew chapter 2. And all of this shit was written between 800 BC and 600 BC. And guess what? Enoch wrote about Jesus too. And Enoch was way before all of them gods. So you don't believe Enoch, you don't believe the Old Testament, you don't believe the New Testament, you're a fucking liar, and you're just running your mouth and getting people fucked up because you're a piece of shit. You are here to hurt people. You are not here to help. You are not here to grow people's thought process. You are here to hurt them and lie to them. And I'm not fucking gonna put up with it. And I'm not gonna let you do it. You're gonna have to kill me. I am gonna stand in the gap for my people. I am not gonna let you lie to them. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 2. Matthew chapter 2. Matthew chapter 2, don't pick it up at verse 16. Matthew 2 and 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, did it say 3 wise men? No. Wise men. Well, he was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently acquired of the wise men. So it was a couple years before Herod even thought about Jesus, and Jesus was gone. You know what I'm saying? When he was a baby, when he was born, he left. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming around 2 years old, you know what I'm saying? Done passed. So that's how stupid Herod is. Verse 16 there, Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled that was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted because they are not. Guess what guess who that was? Jeremiah. Did we just not read that? So let's go read in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 31 and 15. Hold your place here. Jeremiah 31 and 15. Jeremiah 31 and 15. Jeremiah 31 and 15. And it reads, Thus saith the Lord, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel, weeping for her children, refused to comfort her children because they were not. Did we not just read that in fucking Matthew? These niggas don't know what the fuck going on. So what did we kill? We killed the 3 wise men theory. We killed the December 25th theory. Dead. Jesus was born between May and June, which is around Passover time. The real Passover time. I know the fake Jews got Passover in April. The real Passover is around May, late April, and even in June, depending on the moon and the sun. But don't nobody understand that, and we'll get into that on a Bible rant. So now, that's good. That's good. That's good with the Bible for now. We're going to go to Enoch, the book of Enoch, and show you Jesus is in the book of Enoch too. Why you motherfuckers want to take the parrot, right? Why you want to be a fucking parrot? So let's go to World Book Encyclopedia, and we're going to pick it up at page 214. This World Book Encyclopedia, Volume 9, page 214, and we're going to read about Herod and show you Herod is real. Herod the Great, about 73 to 4 BC, ruled all of Palestine as king of Judea from 37 BC. Because back in the 70s and 80s, in the encyclopedias, it was called Palestine. It was not called Israel. That's on your way to learning something, on your way to learning something. You know what I'm saying? At any rate, it said Herod the Great, from 73 to about 4 BC, ruled all of Palestine as king of Judea from 37 BC until his death. Throughout his reign, he put down plots against his leadership by killing anyone suspected of threatening his throne, which is why he wanted to kill Jesus. The executions included 3 of his sons and several other family members. His ruthlessness is illustrated in the story of the slaughter of the infant boys in and around Bethlehem. Where did we read that? Did we not just read that in Matthew? It said Herod ordered their deaths in an attempt to kill the infant they called Jesus. Herod began a widespread building program in Palestine and Jerusalem. He built a theater, a palace, and built a fortress and began rebuilding the Jewish temple in his image. So that Wailing Wall, that ain't the temple of God. It's Herod's temple. And that's why them motherfuckers do it, because they Edomites. They not Israelites. And you don't know none of that, but you think you can say Jesus and Horus and Osiris and Isis story is the same. And how did you figure that out? You listen to some stupid motherfucker on YouTube with no motherfucking facts in front of him. So that's Herod. Now, let's go to the World Book Encyclopedia and show you Christmas and Easter is set up by the Catholic Church. So let's go to page 144 of The Last 2 Million Years. This book is called The Last 2 Million Years, and we're going to read page 144. Last 2 million years, page 144. The mission of St. Augustine. Worship of the old gods did not die out at once. Pope Gregory himself advised his missionaries to leave the pagan shrines alone and to try to introduce Christian worship only gradually alongside pagan practices. This mingling of Christianity and paganism is the reason why Christ's birthday is celebrated December the 25th, the date of the pagans' winter festival. And then, when them gods was around, there wasn't even a December. Because that is the Gregorian. This Pope Gregory is the one who set up the Gregorian calendar. So you fucking stupid motherfuckers just listen to people tell you shit with no research. This is why I always bring you my research. And this is why everything I say, you can play back my words and look that shit up and be like, damn, that's true, that's true. Can you do that with these motherfuckers? Nah. And it's just annoying have to do these kind of lives debunking stupidity when you should be smart enough to debunk it on your own. And I'm not talking to the brothers and sisters who have not looked into this, who this has not come into their mind to even be on it. I'm talking about these motherfuckers who trying to debunk the Bible thinking they got knowledge. I'm showing you, you dumb. This is World Book, Last 2 Million Years History Book, page 216. Pagan rites absorbed. By a stroke of tactical genius, the church, while intolerant of pagan beliefs, was able to harness the power of emotions generated by pagan worship. Often churches were cited where temples had stood before, and many heathen festivals were added to the Christian Gregorian calendar. Easter, for instance. A time of sacrifice and rebirth in the Christian year takes its name from the Norse goddess Iastri, and whose honor rites were held every spring. She, in turn, was simply a northern version of the Phoenician earth mother Astarte, goddess of fertility. Easter eggs continue an age-old tradition, which the eggs are a symbol of birth, and the cakes that were eaten to mark the festivals of Astarte and Iastri were the direct ancestors of the hot cross buns. So there go your December 25th. Biblically, that's incorrect. So your whole fucking thought process that Horus, Isis, and Osirus is Jesus, or that is the same story, you fucking full of shit. I just killed that shit right there. But you probably too stupid to know I killed it. So let's go to the book of Enoch and completely destroy you. So let's go to Enoch chapter 37. Let's go to the book of Enoch chapter 37 and show you that Jesus, Enoch prophesied about Jesus. Enoch 37, chapter 37:1, and it reads, the second vision which he saw, the vision of wisdom, which Enoch, the son of Jared, the son too of Methuselah, the son of Kenan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, saw. So Enoch, then it was Jared. So look, Adam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 generations from Adam is Enoch, and Enoch wrote about Jesus. And Enoch and his writings are older than all the gods of the earth. Why you want to run your motherfucking mouth? The second vision which he saw, the vision of wisdom, which Enoch, the son of Jared, the son too of Methuselah, the son of Kenan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, saw. And this is the beginning of the words of wisdom which I lifted up my voice to speak and say to those which dwelt on earth. Hear ye men of old time, and see, ye that come after, the words of the Holy One, which I speak before the Lord of spirits. It were better to declare to the men of old time, but even from those that come after, we will not withhold the beginning of wisdom.